Welcome back to FlyEaglesFly News, where every touchdown, every milestone, and every controversial moment gets dissected with the passion only Eagles fans understand. This season has been nothing short of a roller coaster, and while highs and lows have defined the journey, a standout storyline has been watching Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown edge closer to that coveted 5,000-yard benchmark. A.J. Brown is teetering just under 40 yards away, and Devontae Smith, though a little farther back, is steadily closing in. The energy of seeing these two receivers push toward such monumental numbers is electric because it represents more than statistics. It reflects dedication, perseverance, and a career-long accumulation of effort. Every route they run, every catch they make, every yard gained is a testament to resilience and to the countless hours invested both on and off the field. Watching them chase this milestone is almost like witnessing history being written live. It's that rare intersection of timing, talent, and opportunity where you know the result will be remembered long after the season ends. The significance goes beyond just numbers on a sheet. It's about the narrative of their careers, the hard-fought battles against injuries, the adjustments made mid-season, and the cohesion that emerges when the chemistry clicks at the right moment. Seeing them excel now, after all the ups and downs, is a reminder that football isn't just a game of speed and power, it's a sport that rewards persistence, sharp decision-making, and the ability to rise above challenges when it matters most. The discussion around these milestones often flows seamlessly into broader debates about strategy and tradition, particularly when it comes to the controversial plays that spark endless conversations among fans. One such play that has dominated discussions is the infamous tush-push. Opinions about its validity and effectiveness are polarized. Critics argue it's an outdated tactic, less relevant in a league that has evolved rapidly in terms of offensive schemes and player speed. Yet defenders like Cam Jurgens see it differently, emphasizing its role in the team's identity and its history of bringing critical first downs when executed properly. This clash between sticking with a trusted play and adapting to evolving circumstances reflects the ongoing tension in football between tradition and innovation. Every coach, every player, and every fan is constantly weighing past success against present capability. And the tush-push embodies that balance. While it isn't perfect, conversion rates fluctuate and defensive schemes have adapted, it remains a reminder that football is as much about instincts and historical knowledge as it is about brute strength. The quarterback, under immense pressure, relies on the offensive line to create space. And yet every change in personnel or injury shifts the calculus. The stubbornness to hold on to what once worked perfectly is a fascinating part of the sport, highlighting how deeply legacy and identity run through team strategies. Beyond the tactics on the field, the off-field drama continues to captivate fans. Reactions from opposing players, like those from Josh Johnson after recent matchups, add layers to the narrative. Johnson, a journeyman quarterback who has spent much of his career in backup roles, suddenly stepped into the spotlight with bold commentary aimed at one of the league's most respected franchises. Observing a player with his trajectory challenge established stars is surreal, raising questions about respect, experience, and understanding the magnitude of the opponent. The Eagles, with a balanced mix of seasoned veterans and rising talent, often navigate these situations with focus and poise, demonstrating that responding to every provocation isn't necessary. However, the line between competitive edge and overstepping is thin, and instances like Johnson's comments underline how easily it can be crossed. These moments offer insight into the complex dynamics of professional football, where words carry weight and reputation is intertwined with performance. Even a backup player can influence games with a strategic mindset, but underestimating the depth, history, and skill of the opposition often leads to miscalculations that fans notice immediately. Returning to the tactical side of the game, watching the Eagles' offense orchestrate plays in real time is a lesson in precision and adaptability. The coordination between Cam Jurgens, the offensive line, the quarterback, and running backs is mesmerizing in its complexity. The physical demands are enormous, and the mental calculations occur in fractions of a second. Fans often see only the outcome: a yard gained, a play lost, but behind the scenes is a constantly shifting puzzle of strategy, split-second decisions, and trust. Injuries, shifting personnel, and the evolving strengths of the team add layers of challenge to each play. Observing Jurgens' leadership and ability to execute under pressure illustrates why football is as much about intellect as it is about athleticism. Every adjustment, every call, Every micro decision has ripple effects across the field, influencing subsequent plays and, ultimately, the trajectory of the game itself. The contrast between flashy, high-risk plays and fundamental execution also deserves attention. Players like Saquon Barkley and Tank Bigsby showcase how discipline and timing can turn simple handoffs and reads into spectacular outcomes. A well-timed run, a precisely executed block, or a subtle shift in formation can generate more impact than the most ostentatious highlight reel play. Fans may crave big, show-stopping moments, but the quiet brilliance of effective fundamentals often dictates the real success of an offense. The decisions to pass or run, when to innovate and when to stick to proven strategies, are constant conversations among coaching staff and players alike. Football is not static. It evolves with every snap, demanding adaptability, analysis, and anticipation from every participant. On the field, watching the Eagles navigate these decisions gives fans a deep appreciation of the intellectual depth of the sport. Equally important is the role of fan engagement in shaping how these stories are perceived. The chase for 5,000 yards, debates over controversial plays, and reactions from opposing players all intertwine to create a rich, emotionally charged narrative. Fans are invested not just in the final score but in the arc of each player, the strategy behind each play, and the debates that ignite after every decision. The game becomes more than athletic performance. It transforms into a layered experience connecting players, team, and fans. The emotional investment fans bring amplifies every milestone, every tactical decision, and every off-field comment, turning each game into a multi-dimensional story that extends far beyond Sunday afternoons. The Eagles' journey this season exemplifies the delicate balance between individual achievement and collective strategy. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown pushing toward personal milestones while the team navigates complex plays underscores the intertwining of personal excellence and tactical discipline. Meanwhile, external commentary, unexpected challenges, and constant tactical evolution highlight the resilience required at every level of the organization. Fans witness these layers unfolding, gaining insight into the pressures, triumphs, and strategic decisions that define the sport. Football, in this sense, is a narrative of both moments and movements, where individual milestones, team strategy, and league dynamics converge in a living, breathing story, shifting the spotlight from individual milestones and in-game strategy to broader, league-wide discussions. One topic that continues to spark heated debate is how recognition is distributed, particularly through systems like Pro Bowl voting. For fans, it is often frustrating to watch players who consistently deliver at the highest level get overlooked, not due to lack of skill, but because the spotlight favors names that are familiar or flashy. Take Quan Mitchell, for example. Week after week, he has dominated matchups, consistently shutting down key plays and altering how opposing offenses operate. Yet when fan voting rolls around, his name often fails to appear among the top selections. This disconnect between performance and recognition is a stark reminder of how metrics like popularity and media presence can overshadow genuine excellence. It also demonstrates the subtle intricacies of football, those elements that are game-changing, but invisible to casual viewers, like forcing quarterbacks to change their reads or pressuring offensive linemen into mistakes. Mitchell's influence on the field may not create highlight reels, but it shifts the entire rhythm of the game, affecting both strategy and outcomes in ways fans often overlook. The Pro Bowl system, with its blend of fan input and statistical performance, has drifted increasingly toward optics over substance. It is intended to engage fans and create a sense of participation, yet it often prioritizes celebrity and familiarity over real-world impact. Players who perform consistently and methodically are undervalued, while those with name recognition dominate votes, even if they have missed significant portions of the season or have been outshone in direct matchups. This trend is evident when considering offensive linemen like Lane Johnson, whose reputation often outweighs actual presence on the field due to injuries. The implications extend beyond individual players. It shapes how fans perceive value, influencing which contributions are celebrated and which are ignored. Football is a team sport, but public recognition increasingly favors moments that generate immediate reactions, rather than sustained excellence. These patterns extend beyond voting into the broader culture of the league, emphasizing performance perception over measurable results. Highlights dominate social media, creating viral moments that may or may not reflect true impact. Players like Mitchell, who quietly dictate game flow and strategically influence opposing plays, often go unnoticed. While flashy interceptions or highlight catches capture attention, this divergence between perception and reality is amplified by fan discussions, pundit commentary, and media cycles that reward spectacle over substance. The gap between what is recognized and what actually drives outcomes fuels ongoing debates about fairness, the nature of excellence, and the role of narrative in defining a player's legacy. Understanding this dichotomy is essential for fans who want to appreciate the full scope of a season beyond what shows up on highlight reels. Meanwhile, the impact of player dynamics and team cohesion continues to unfold in compelling ways on the field. Watching the Eagles' offense in action reveals the delicate balance between risk-taking and precision execution. Every handoff, every route, and every audible is an intricate decision influenced by defensive adjustments, field conditions, and the health and skill of every player involved. Observing the split-second coordination required, particularly by the offensive line and quarterback, underscores why football is as much about intelligence and anticipation as it is about raw athleticism. When the Eagles execute a complex play under pressure, fans witness the culmination of countless hours of preparation, communication, and strategic thinking. The beauty of football lies not just in scoring points, but in the orchestration of these micro-moments that collectively determine the outcome of a game. Similarly, defensive efforts are equally critical, often shaping the narrative in ways that are less visible but profoundly influential. Mitchell's role exemplifies how disciplined, strategic defensive play can dictate the flow of a matchup. His positioning, coverage, and ability to read the quarterback impact offensive decisions before the ball is even snapped. Every subtle adjustment changes how a play unfolds, often forcing opponents into mistakes or limiting options entirely. Yet these contributions, while essential to team success, frequently escape casual notice. This invisibility is not a reflection of skill or importance, but rather of the nature of defensive strategy, which rewards anticipation and discipline over spectacle. Fans who understand these nuances gain a deeper appreciation for the game, recognizing that every successful offense has been shaped by the unseen pressures of a well-executed defense. Off-field dynamics continue to enrich the narrative as well. Reactions from rival teams, social media commentary, and ongoing debates about tactics all contribute to the evolving story of the Eagles' season. Players are under constant scrutiny, not only for their physical performance, but for how they respond to criticism and pressure. Maintaining focus amid noise is as much a part of professional football as any play on the field. The interplay between external commentary, team strategy, and individual execution creates a layered narrative where each game feels like a chapter in a larger story. Fans who follow closely can appreciate the complexities of these interactions, understanding how each adjustment, decision, and reaction contributes to the overall arc of the season. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. The NOVACARE locker room erupted in chaos yesterday, leaving fans and insiders buzzing with speculation. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni reportedly made a bold and controversial move that has sent shockwaves through the franchise. Sources close to the team describe the decision as difficult but necessary, though details remain scarce. Those in the know are hinting that this could signal a major shift in the team's strategy, potentially reshaping the roster and lineup in ways nobody anticipated. Social media has been ablaze since the news broke, with members of the infamous Bird Gang expressing everything from disbelief to outright panic. Hashtags suggesting discontent with the coaching staff have been trending, and fan forums are filled with heated debates. Some insiders suggest that this move might be aimed at sending a message to the locker room, asserting discipline and raising the bar for performance, while others believe it could be a prelude to more significant changes behind the scenes. Veteran players are reportedly processing the decision cautiously, with reactions ranging from support to concern over the long-term impact. Rumors are swirling that this could affect team dynamics in unexpected ways, potentially shifting roles and responsibilities, both on and off the field. Analysts are already speculating about the ripple effects, from practice routines to game day strategies, suggesting that the Eagles' approach in upcoming matchups could be radically different. Even though the full details remain under wraps, the mood in Philadelphia is electric. Fans are closely monitoring every development, knowing that Sirianni's decisions have historically been calculated yet bold. While some see this as a risky gamble. Others argue it might be exactly the shakeup the team needs to reach the next level. For now, the only certainty is uncertainty, as the Eagles navigate through what insiders are calling one of the most dramatic moments of the season. The NOVACARE atmosphere, charged with tension and speculation, promises that the story is far from over and the Bird Gang won't be quiet anytime soon. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.